Hello, calculus students. Just finished writing the comments and looking over a lot of your ideas from the surveys, and they're very helpful. And I have just a little presentation here on how I think we can try to individualize learning and maximize your learning in the classroom. A lot of you kind of wanted everything. You wanted more examples on the video, you wanted more examples in class, and you wanted more time to work on homework and WebAssign. Can't do all those, but I'm proposing the following. Let's look at this outline. And one of the key first steps is watching the video on Flange 360. This is not optional. I'm getting the impression from some of your comments that maybe you got around to it, sometimes maybe you didn't. It's only 10 to 20 minutes, and it's the start of basically the lesson. And from there then, you have a lot of choices. First of all, in the video itself, I'm going to be adding optional extended examples after the text. So right now I'm pretty much sticking to the examples that are in the text so that they very parallel what's on WebAssign. And if you want to, once you've seen the main part of the video, the main examples in the text, before we get to the homework examples, you could start the WebAssign. So you could stop after about 10-15 minutes instead of going the extra 5. Now, also I've heard some students that actually just call it the PDF file that's in the Wikispace. And that's fine. You might lose some of the dynamics of when I do a GeoGebra presentation and actually move some of the sliders around so you can see how the function changes. But that's your first step, watching the video. Now when you come to class, I want people to get busy right away. But you don't have to wait for the whole class to come together and start watching one idea, because everybody has different learning rates. Some of you might say right away, I got it. And you want to start the WebAssign, maybe you have already, and you can go to the back of the room or check out with me to the lab. Some of you might have a few questions, and I often see that this is the case. I see you working on your WebAssign, and occasionally you might hear me talk about something, and you bring up a question or an idea. You can always jump back in. And some of you just get befuddled. Either you forgot to do the video, or you went through the video and it just didn't make any sense to you, and you just need a little more practice. So I will join a group at the board and do some examples, and we're going to do it on our feet. And hopefully then you'll fit into one of these theory categories and you'll start doing something at the start of each class. Now that's usually what we call our notes time, and then we would switch to homework time, and that's where a lot of you work on the WebAssign. So you could keep working on the WebAssign or start if you haven't already. You can sign up to do review problems at the Smartboard. And a lot of you have done that already. You can also work on something from the problem solving section that I've transferred all those to our notes in the Wikispace. And these are nice challenging problems if you're looking, or problems for review. What I have found is that a lot of you in this process, well, let's get to this last phase here. And here's me, Flange. I will wander the room between these groups. And there's various historical figures back here. But here's that group in the front, working on the Smartboard. And this group can rotate around. Maybe you and a few friends want to try a few more examples at the board, and you sit down and start working on your WebAssign. Here's some people in the back of the room, maybe working on their WebAssign right away, or heading off to the computer lab. The important thing is to do what's going to work for you, not just for what your best friend's doing, and not just what everybody else in the room is doing. I think a lot of you were just separating into two ideas. I'm going to watch the videos and then work on WebAssign, when there's a lot of stuff we can do in between to help you learn. And it's going to be different for everybody. So don't feel because you see 5 or 6 people already working on the WebAssign that you have to as well. No. In your case, it might be you have to work through a few more examples with me or with a group, and then take on the WebAssign. Well, what happened to Flange? Happy Halloween!